The Illinois Institute for Rehabilitation and Employment Research, IIRER, focuses on the intersection of health, community, and vocation. Our mission is to improve the well-being of individuals with disabilities and chronic health conditions by advancing their career development and community involvement. This webinar series is designed to assist community rehabilitation providers in their transition away from 14C subminimum wage work as required by the Dignity in Pay Act. Today's webinar is designed for executive staff and will focus on aspects of interagency collaboration to support your transition from a facility-based 14C subminimum wage employment model to a community-based model. For this webinar, we encourage participants to jot down your thoughts related to the topics presented today. We have created a Dignity in Pay webinar notebook for your use. You can find a link to the notebook on the Dignity in Pay website. Our agenda today will cover key concepts to organizational change, specifically related to interagency collaboration. We will highlight the importance and impacts of strategic planning and along with a step-by-step guide to get you started. As always, we will discuss the importance of using data to drive your decision-making, and we'll finally offer some practical tools and strategies to help you along the way. Strong interagency collaboration starts with shared goals. When agencies agree on what success looks like, decisions become clearer and services move forward instead of getting stuck between systems. Clear roles and a strong convener help partners understand who is responsible for what and keep action steps on track. And finally, open communication builds trust. Trust makes it easier to solve problems, adjust when challenges arise, and maintain strong partnerships over time. Coordination is about making sure timelines, services, and supports line up across agencies so the work feels seamless rather than scattered. Follow-through is what turns good ideas into real progress. It means completing the action steps you agreed on and checking back on results. When coordination and follow-through are strong, collaboration moves from conversation to impact. That's how shared goals become real outcomes for the people you support. Before we move forward, I'd like us to pause and reflect on how interagency collaboration is working in your own system. Think about one individual you currently support who interacts with multiple agencies. If you mapped out everyone involved, would you all agree on the same goal? And would roles be clearly defined? Let's take a few minutes to reflect and discuss where collaboration is strong and where it may need strengthening. Press pause and take a moment to write down your thoughts. When interagency collaboration is strong, services become more connected and consistent. Individuals receive more complete support, especially those with higher or complex needs. Transitions from school to adult services become smoother because agencies are aligned instead of working separately. Most importantly, collaboration reduces gaps and creates clearer, more direct paths to employment and full community participation. Interagency collaboration is powerful, but it is not easy. Agency rules and limited time can make coordination feel like an added burden. Staff turnover and unclear roles often slow progress, especially when no clear convener is guiding the work. And without trust, partnerships struggle to move beyond surface-level coordination. Recognizing these challenges is the first step towards building stronger, more effective collaboration. Agency rules and limited time are common barriers. The key is to make collaboration part of your normal operations, not an add-on. Protect meeting time and use shared tools to reduce duplication and connect collaboration directly to funding and performance expectations. When collaboration supports business goals, it becomes sustainable. Turnover happens, but collaboration should not fall apart because of it. Documentation creates continuity, and cross-training prevents partnerships from depending on just one person. Regular reset meetings help new staff step in quickly and maintain momentum. When roles are unclear, work slows down and frustration grows. Simple role charts and early conversations about decision-making prevent that confusion. So reviewing responsibilities regularly, keeping collaboration aligned with current goals prevents drift. Trust does not appear overnight. It grows through consistent action and transparency. Small wins build confidence, and open communication reduces misunderstanding. When agencies regularly share outcomes and successes, trust deepens and collaboration strengthens. Trust does not rebuild overnight. It requires intention and consistency. It starts by acknowledging past challenges and committing to transparency moving forward. Small, shared wins help partners see progress and rebuild confidence in one another. Over time, consistent follow-through and honest communication turn fragile partnerships into strong, dependable collaborations. When there's no clear convener, interagency collaboration becomes difficult. To help, assign a clear convener to guide the partnership. Define the convener's role. The convener is responsible for scheduling, facilitating, and following up with all of the partners. Give the convener authority and protect their time to do the interagency collaboration. Hold the partners accountable for agreed upon actions. Which of these collaboration challenges show up most often in your current partnerships? What is one step you can take? How will you begin? Who will help? Effective interagency collaboration does not happen by accident. It requires structure, clarity, and intentional leadership. These 5 steps provide a practical roadmap for turning good intentions into coordinated action. By committing time, defining roles, empowering staff, using meetings strategically, and building trust beyond formal settings, agency can create partnerships that lead to stronger outcomes and lasting impact. Strong collaboration starts with intention. If we treat collaboration as an optional secondary, it will disappear when workloads increase. Protecting time on calendars and clearly defining shared employment-focused goals makes collaboration part of everyday operations. When expectations are aligned from the beginning, agencies stay focused on outcomes rather than drifting back into separate systems. Every successful collaboration needs clear leadership. A trusted convener keeps the work organized, focused, and moving forward. Just as important, each agency must understand its role and decision-making authority. When responsibilities are clear, confusion decreases, accountability increases, and progress happens faster. Strong collaboration needs clear leadership, and that starts with choosing the right convener. The convener should be trusted, neutral, and aligned with shared goals. Once selected, their role must be clearly defined, supported with authority and time, and backed by leadership. When accountability and sustainability are built in from the start, collaboration moves from informal coordination to structured, lasting partnerships. Collaboration cannot work if every decision has to move up multiple layers for approval. Staff closest to the work need the authority to coordinate supports and solve problems in real time. When staff are empowered, services become more responsive and person-centered. Empowerment turns coordination into action instead of delay. Meetings should do more than share updates. They should reinforce shared goals, address barriers, and track real progress. A focused agenda and clear follow-through ensures meetings produce decisions and action steps. When meetings are structured and purposeful, collaboration becomes measurable and results-driven. Collaboration is built on relationships, not just schedules. Informal check-ins, honest conversations, and shared successes strengthen trust. When trust grows, problem-solving becomes easier and partnerships become more resilient. Stronger relationships ensure collaboration continues even during change or uncertainty. Before we move on, let's pause and reflect on the 5 steps we just reviewed. Every organization may be strong in some areas and still growing in others. This discussion is an opportunity to honestly assess where your collaboration is working well and where it may need more structure, clarity, or attention. Think about what practical action you can take in the next 30 days to strengthen your partnerships. Press pause to write down your thoughts. Data-driven decision-making helps us move from conversation to measurable impact. First, we measure collaboration itself. Are you meeting, participating, and following through? Next, monitor coordination to identify delays or breakdowns in your service flow. Then, focus on employment outcomes to ensure that your collaboration is leading to real progress. Finally, review capacity and trends over time so you can continuously improve and make informed decisions about what to sustain, adjust, or stop. If you want collaboration to improve, you have to measure it. That means tracking how often you meet, who participates, and whether action items are completed. Attendance and follow-through tells you if partners are truly engaged or just present. When collaboration is measured, it becomes more intentional and accountable. Coordination is where collaboration either works smoothly or breaks down. By tracking referral timelines, service start dates, and repeated barriers, you can see where delays occur. Instead of guessing, you use data to identify bottlenecks and fix the handoffs. Strong coordination reduces frustration and improves service quality. Collaboration should lead to real outcomes, especially employment progress. Tracking job exploration activities, placements, and retention helps you see if your efforts are moving people forward. If employment outcomes are not improving, it signals a need to adjust your strategies. Data keeps your work focused on meaningful results. Even strong partnerships need ongoing adjustments. Reviewing staff caseloads, work balance, and trends over time helps you understand capacity. Looking at patterns across months or quarters allows you to decide what to sustain, refine, or stop. Continuous improvement ensures collaboration grows stronger and does not become stagnant. Before we move on, let's pause and think about how you use data in your own partnerships. Data should do more than sit in a report. It should guide decisions and improve outcomes. As you reflect on this question, consider whether the information you collect truly helps you understand what's working, what's not, and where collaboration needs to strengthen. Do you collect collaboration data? What story does the data tell? Can it reveal if your partnerships are effective? Press pause and write down your thoughts. Executives set the tone for collaboration. When leadership clearly communicates that partnership is a priority, It becomes part of the organization's culture rather than an optional activity. By appointing a convener, aligning strategy and funding, and removing system-level barriers, executives create the conditions where collaboration can succeed and sustain over time. Middle managers are the bridge between strategy and action. They ensure meetings happen, follow-up occurs, and that roles are clear. By monitoring progress and adjusting workflows when needed, they keep collaboration organized and responsive. Their leadership turns executive direction into consistent, daily coordination. Field staff bring collaboration to life. They are closest to the work and often the first to see where coordination succeeds or breaks down. By building relationships, sharing updates, and raising concerns early, they ensure services remain person-centered and aligned with shared goals. Their input is essential for meaningful collaboration. Advisory boards provide oversight and perspective. They help ensure that collaboration stays aligned with its shared goals and uses resources wisely. By offering system-level insight and recommending professional development opportunities, advisory boards strengthen both accountability and long-term sustainability of the partnership. Now that we've outlined the roles and responsibilities, let's pause and reflect on how they show up in your own organizations. Collaboration only works when each role is clearly and actively engaged. As you consider this question, think about where responsibilities are strong and where there may be gaps. This is an opportunity to identify one practical action each role can take to strengthen collaboration moving forward. So looking at your roles of executives, middle management, field staff, and advisory boards, where is your organization the strongest? Where might responsibilities need clearer definition or stronger follow-through? What is one step each role could take to better support effective collaboration? Press pause to write down your thoughts. Now we'll move into a practical case study. So let's begin with the background. Alex is a young adult with intellectual and developmental disabilities who has been receiving day services at a local community rehabilitation program for 4 years. He lives in a residential setting and is supported by individual service coordination. Alex has recently expressed interest in exploring competitive integrated employment and would like to work up to 20 hours per week. While his family is supportive of this goal, they have understandable concerns about safety and independence in the community. Transportation or travel training will also be necessary to support his employment journey. In this context, several stakeholders are involved: Alex, his family, the CRP, VR, the Independent Service Coordination Agency, and the residential provider. The CRP helps Alex connect with vocational rehabilitation, who recommends supported or customized employment and clearly outlines eligibility steps. Communication is intentional, and ancillary partners are kept informed. The ideal outcome is not only that Alex secures competitive employment, but that trust is strengthened across partners, roles are clear, services adjust to support his schedule, and the collaboration becomes stronger for future individuals pursuing CIE. As you review the scenario, I'd like you to think like an executive team. Who should serve as the convener and why? How can leaders reduce barriers? How should stakeholders build trust with the family? How can agencies ensure the collaboration remains beneficial? In this scenario, the CRP is best positioned to serve as the convener. They have the longest standing relationship with Alex and initiated the referral to VR. As convener, the CRP can coordinate communication, clarify roles, and ensure follow-through on eligibility and service steps. Without a clear convener, collaboration can stall. But with one, the partnership stays organized, accountable, and focused on Alex's employment goal. Barriers like eligibility delays, high caseloads, and staff turnover are predictable, which means they can be proactively managed. Leaders can create shared documentation checklists, establish clear timelines, and protect time for communication. Cross-training staff also prevents disruption when turnover occurs. The goal is to prevent collaboration from losing momentum at common sticking points. Family anxiety is natural during major life changes, especially when safety and independence are involved. Trust is built through transparency, inclusion, and consistent follow-through. Clear communication about supports, shared timelines, and celebrating small wins reinforce confidence. When stakeholders behave predictably and honor commitments, trust grows and anxiety decreases. Sustainable collaboration must benefit every partner involved. Agencies need to see how their mission, funding, and service quality are strengthened through partnership. Respecting each stakeholder's role reinforces shared goals, and tracking follow-through ensures the collaboration remains valuable. When everyone sees benefit, including Alex, the partnership becomes stronger and more durable over time. So what did we learn today? Collaboration needs clear structure, leadership, and accountability. Trust grows through consistent communication and follow-through. Shared goals align partners and reduce system confusion. And finally, data and action tracking turn meetings into measurable results. As a final insight, interagency collaboration succeeds when it is intentional, structured, and centered on shared outcomes, not left to chance or informal relationships. Please take a moment to complete our survey. Your input helps us target future training and technical assistance products. This webinar was supported by funding from the Illinois Department of Human Services, Division of Developmental Disabilities. Any opinions, findings, conclusions, or recommendations expressed are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of IDHS.